Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we are discussing a very important topic, poverty. Poverty is a global issue and affects millions of people around the world. It's important that we raise awareness and educate ourselves on the signs of poverty so that we can better understand and help those in need. Here in Welkin Wisdom. So, without further ado, let's dive into the 13 signs of poverty. Sign number 1. Lack of access to basic needs. The first sign of poverty is the lack of access to basic needs such as food, water, shelter, and healthcare. People living in poverty often struggle to meet these basic needs and are unable to provide for themselves or their families. Sign number 2. Malnutrition. The second sign of poverty is malnutrition. People living in poverty often cannot afford enough food to meet their nutritional needs, leading to malnutrition and a range of health problems. Sign number 3. Poor housing conditions. The third sign of poverty is poor housing conditions. People living in poverty may live in overcrowded or unsafe housing, with limited access to electricity, clean water, and proper sanitation facilities. Sign number 4. Low education levels. The fourth sign of poverty is low education levels. Children living in poverty are often unable to attend school or receive an education, limiting their future opportunities and perpetuating the cycle of poverty. Sign number 5. Unemployment. The fifth sign of poverty is unemployment. People living in poverty often face high levels of unemployment, leaving them without a source of income and struggling to provide for themselves and their families. Sign number 6. Lack of access to healthcare. The sixth sign of poverty is lack of access to healthcare. People living in poverty may not have access to affordable or quality healthcare, leaving them at a higher risk for health problems and exacerbating their poverty. Sign number 7. Poor health conditions. The seventh sign of poverty is poor health conditions. People living in poverty are often at a higher risk for health problems due to a lack of access to healthcare and poor living conditions. Sign number 8. Dependence on government assistance. The eighth sign of poverty is dependence on government assistance. People living in poverty may rely on government assistance such as food stamps, housing assistance, and other programs to survive. Sign number 9. Debt. The ninth sign of poverty is debt. People living in poverty may struggle to make ends meet, leading to high levels of debt and financial stress. Sign number 10. Homelessness. Host. The 10th sign of poverty is homelessness. People living in poverty may be unable to afford to house, leading to homelessness and a lack of access to basic needs and resources. Sign number 11. Lack of access to technology. The 11th sign of poverty is a lack of access to technology. People living in poverty may not have access to the internet or technology, limiting their access to information and resources. Sign number 12. Dependence on charitable organizations. The 12th sign of poverty is dependence on charitable organizations. People living in poverty may rely on charitable organizations for food, clothing, and other resources to survive. Sign number 13. Mental health issues. The 13th sign of poverty is mental health issues. People living in poverty may experience high levels of stress and anxiety, leading to mental health problems. Thank you for staying with us this long.